Hey, Hannibal here. It's a nice cloudy day here in Brooklyn, dealing with some rain a little bit, so I got the hoodie on, and plus my hair looks like crap, so don't want to show that. But we're going to talk a little bit more about this situation with Uber and their new update on trying to control us, independent contractors, and also what I got from a very insightful YouTuber about why they even do this in the first place and what their strategy is and ways to control us as independent contractors. So you want to stick around for the whole video. And if you've been watching my videos as of late, hit subscribe. I know many of you, which is interesting enough, I think 50% are unsubscribed who watch the videos. You may have forgotten. Hit subscribe, like, and share, because I think a lot of us need to know what's going on. Yes, I am still triggered about this. A couple of days ago, I think Saturday, I had the app on just to see if this message would pop up in my market. It hasn't. But I know a lot of markets it has. Put in the comments below if you got that email. Where's your market? Like, where are you? Like, where Uber Eats is trying to implement this new update. And for those who don't know what the update is, I'll read it real quick. I'll just post it up here right now. Next request won't include upfront details. Upfront details are shown when you complete 5 or more of your last 10 requests. So basically, Uber Eats has told every independent contractor in that particular market, you must take at least 50% of all the orders, or we won't show you certain information. Information like where the order is going, like very important and pertinent information. They do not want to show it to you unless you play ball with them and take at least 50% of their orders. There's been a lot of comments about it. This is the most important story. Uber Eats is trying to attack our ability to choose what offers to take. This is actually worse than DoorDash. At least DoorDash is telling you, hey, there's this clown system called Top Dasher. You want to be a clown and take 70% of what we throw at you? Go ahead and you'll be able to dash anytime and do all that crap and blah, blah, blah. But Uber Eats is more aggressive. They're saying, hey, listen, you can't even, you got to take at least 50% of this nonsense. We're not even going to tell you anything. We're not even going to tell you the most basic stuff like, hey, where the order is going to, where you're going to end up when you deliver this order. We ain't going to tell you that, because you're being too picky. So the attack on the ability to be an independent contractor is at play here. So that's why I'm very triggered. The biggest question that I have, and I think many people have talked about, is this legal? Right? Is this legal? I think that's the biggest question. Is this even something that's possible? They're attacking our ability to be an independent contractor. They're just pushing us into this bracket of being employees, yet the base wage is too low to even be considered. I don't want to be an employee, but to even be considered to be an employee, the base wage is low. That's why we have to pick and be choosy, because a lot of people don't want to tip for many reasons. Either they can't tip or don't want to tip. Whatever the reason is, they don't want to do it. I would assume it would be legal, because why would it implement something that will be illegal? Uber can afford tons of lawyers. They can get the best lawyers possible to look at this system they're going to implement and say, yeah, it's a good idea. Let's go through it. But if you know the history of Uber, they pushed a lot of things. They implemented a lot of things that are not legal. I would suggest you to check out my interview with Rideshare Rodeo. Explain a lot of the nonsense that Uber has been doing over the past couple of years. This is not something new. And speaking of Rideshare Rodeo, I literally went and directly asked him a question. I said, yo, is this legal? Because he's amazing, has a tons of insight on the gig economy. I suggest you check out his channel. The link will be in the description below. But I hit him up on Twitter. I was like, yo, is this legal, dog? What the hell's going on? And he sent me an interesting message about the situation, whether it's legal or not. And he put this here, I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. He said, because it is undefined with any specific of gig platforms. However, at no time in this country has an independent contractor have you been forced to take jobs. This is a strange territory because they have not already been transparent. Now they're demanding you to see their partial transparency. But here's why, and I want you guys to pay attention to this. Uber is short on drivers and want to oversaturate delivery drivers to pivot back to rideshare. They need ride shares, and they have too many food delivery drivers. They are I'm not even going to try to pronounce I'm not going to try to pronounce that. It's a word. I'm sure it's a word, but they're using the algorithm to heavily suggest drivers to go back to rideshare. So it's not very interesting. They need rideshare drivers. That's the bulk of why Uber is where Uber is. And they know that many rideshare drivers went to delivery because it's less wear and tear in the car. Maybe people don't want to have people in the car anymore. They had bad experiences. Crime is high. There's people dying from all types of robberies, carjackings. So everyone went to food delivery, and food delivery has been oversaturated. And Uber is saying, hey, listen, let's try to force these people back into rideshare by making ridiculous rules, by saying, hey, go ahead and take 50% of these terrible orders that we're throwing at you to get them back to do rideshare. That's a very interesting theory, or it may actually be legit. Like, I do trust rideshare rodeo. I think that, to me, that sounds very plausible. Put in the comments below what you guys think about that. And again, what do you think? Is this legal? Is this something that is possible that they can pull off long term? Or there's a situation that they're trying to push a limit and they're waiting for some kind of pushback, either through us or regulation. But put in the comments below. I'm still triggered. But in my market, New York City, Brooklyn market, I have not seen this. So we'll see in a couple of weeks. We'll see in a couple of days. So thank you for taking time to watch. And I'll see you guys in the next video.